those threes as well.
In the fourth quarter, you've got to run another body at him because he's just going to finish or make the right play. And this is the live ladder right now after that result. And yes, I'm looking at the wins. I'm looking at 3rd and 5th, but I'm locked in on that percentage, which is going to have a say in how this ladder shakes out.
Absolutely no doubt about it. There's Kawat Neuer, who just told us he's winning every award available for the season, but if he keeps playing like this, maybe he can. He's had a fantastic night as well. The Kings have got the Adelaide 36ers on Friday night, Southeast Melbourne. Back here on Saturday, playing host to the Tasmania Jack Jumpers. Hulls, Beck, great work by you two.
Thank you.
Jack.
Kelsey Brown, as always, dominating courtside as well. But next, it is Perth versus Melbourne at RAC Arena. Two teams, let's not lie, they don't like each other. And Melbourne United desperately need a win right now. And for the Perth Wildcats, they are playing some of their best basketball of the season. On the other side of this, Perth v Melbourne on a Wednesday night doubleheader.
This program is brought to you by Hungry Jack's and Bunnings Warehouse.
He's starting to get that look in the eye. It takes a certain type of player to be knocking down these sorts of shots. Golding's on a tear all of a sudden. There's 2 more, 10 in the corner. Golding, high degree of difficulty. He did it back. 6 triples. The Gladiator has got John Cain Coliseum rocking. He's 7 made threes for Chris Golding. This is extraordinary. The anticipation in the building. Unbelievable. CG46.
Hello folks, it's the Hungry Jacks NBL round 17. It's a great rivalry, but very one-sided in recent years. The Wildcats certainly don't rule the jungle when Melbourne is in town. In game 250, can Cotton and Co tame Golding and his United mates? We're about to find out. The fight for second spot is alive, and tonight's winner will have the upper hand. Lockie Ready commentary alongside Damien Martin, Annalie Maley. Damo, I come to you. I am pumped for this game as we take a look at the Mitsubishi Motors ladder. It's Perth in second, Melbourne in fourth, so much to play for.
Absolutely massive game, so much on the line, but whenever these two teams meet, you know you're in for a blockbuster of a game, and something amazing is going to occur. And on this court, it tends to favour Melbourne United. The record they've got when flying out west is incredible, but Bryce Cotton, 250 games. Down the other end, you got Chris Golding and Co. As you mentioned, I can't wait for this one. It's going to be absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, very excited about this one. Don't you worry about that. Annalie Maley, Wildcats have won 5 straight, but they haven't beaten Melbourne this year so far, and against Illawarra, they're 2-1. Their recent wins against teams outside the top 4, where do you see them at the moment?
It's definitely confidence building. Like, that's a good thing that they've been winning basketball games, right? But I think that, like you said, Melbourne United, they love to play here. They see these blue seats behind the Red Army and they're chomping at the bit. They're great defensively, and I think they're going to speed up the Wildcats, and I'm interested to see how they handle that pressure.
You played with this man, Bryce Cotton. Game 250. The little Meister has been, well, absolutely superb. Tell us about him as a teammate and what you've seen since you've retired.
Oh, one of the highlights of my career was being able to call Bryce Cotton a teammate of mine for so long. He's just absolutely brilliant on the floor, great fella off it, and you can rattle off, as you see on your screen, all of his accolades and awards, and the reality is those numbers could be even higher. A finalist and missed out on a couple of other MVPs. Just an absolute superstar on the floor, and none of it has been fluke. It's through hard work, dedication, playing with a chip on his shoulder. I can't wait to see what he does out there in his 250th, but he's still got another quality 250 to go.
We saw 59 points, which is obviously a highlight highlights. What's your highlight of him over the many years?
It actually comes down to when we won that final year during COVID, where it came down to an announcement made because Sydney couldn't get out to West due to COVID. I remember Bryce, I hadn't told my teammates I was retiring, but Bryce knew something was up. He'd put 2 and 2 together and he realised this was going to be it for me. So when they announced the Wildcats as champs, he actually got up out of his seat, sprinted over and gave me a cuddle, and that told me more than any words that could have been spoken. He's just always doing things for other people, even though he's the centre point and the focus of absolutely every single game.
Only Bryce is the Batman of the Wildcats team. The Robin last week was Christian Doolittle. An impressive performance against Adelaide, 27, 10 and 3.
Yeah, Doolittle does a lot. We say it all the time. His mid-range game is absolutely elite. He's always so cool, calm and collected. You know you're going to get a solid game out of him week in and week out. And I just love what he brings. Defensively, he can play on 1 through 5. Offensively, he can bring the ball up. And I think he's going to have to handle some of those responsibilities tonight with the guards of Melbourne United pressuring. He might be a release pass.
Well, we've mentioned this earlier on, Damo, but Melbourne United come to town having a record of 9 wins from their last 10 appearances against the Perth Wildcats. Can you believe it? That is just unbelievable.
It makes no sense. I've got no answer. I was thinking about this statistic on the drive in tonight, and I can't make any sense of it. Maybe because Dean Vickerman is such an incredible coach. He knows how to get the best out of his guys when they're on the road. Maybe it's because Matthew Dellavedova and his international experience. Jacob Chancer, assistant coach, he coached out here. I don't know what it is, but Melbourne go to another level when they hit the road and head west.
Yeah, they certainly do. 9 of 10 here at RAC Arena against the Perth Wildcats. Chris Golding, we talk about Bryce Golding. Well, this man is an absolute sensation. I love watching him play. His performance against the Perth Wildcats earlier this year, away from home in Melbourne's venue, that second half was some of the best basketball I've ever seen.
Lucky, I watched him warming up today, and he was dropping threes that didn't touch the ring, nothing but net, from one step inside the half-point and half-court line. If he goes on to have a game like I saw him in warm-up, he is going to drop another 30-plus. He's a prolific scorer, one of the best shooters in the world, and to continue doing this when everyone focuses on you, he's just amazing.
What about this man, Annalie? Once again, we saw him here in Perth earlier in the season. He was a dominant player. He was the footlocker player of the game. He smashed it, but he's fallen away. Have you got any reasons why maybe he might have just lost his form?
Look, he's definitely a capable basketball player, and I wouldn't be surprised if it coincides with the form of some of other players stepping up. You know, we talked about the form of CG, and when a player draws a lot of attention and is taking shots, maybe he's taking a backward step, but I think United need him to step up and give more offensively because we know he's capable to do so.
There's the starting 5. Delhi, Golding, Illy, White and Robert Lowe. And I mentioned a lot the last time the two teams played here at RAC Arena. Rob Lowe started on fire. He and Marcus Lee were dominant early, and then Clark took over. There's the starting lineup for the Perth Wildcats. Ethan Almanza has an impressive record having started for the Cats. He's averaging about 11 points a game when he starts for the team in red. So we're underway now, folks. Pumped about this game. So much on the line. Perth sitting second, Melbourne 4th. So much to play for. Here's Almanza. Feeds it off to Bryce. Illy all over him. He'll get the shot away. Almanza works hard. Does he keep it to his team's advantage? No, he's out of court. When you come into these sort of games, Damo, do you think about the ladder? Do you think about if we can win this one, for a chance maybe to finish top 2 at the end of the season? Or is that too far ahead to think?
You're aware of it deep down, but it's not the focal point of the game whatsoever. You're aware that a quality team who's had your number in previous seasons on your home floor is coming to town. And you look at this roster, you just mentioned the starting 5, but their whole bench are exceptional players as well. So they'll be up to the occasion based on who they're playing, not based on ladder position.
Henschel scores the 2. Intriguing also as we have a look at Withers try and defend on this occasion. Defensive foul from Rob Lowe. So Doolittle has the 27 points against Adelaide. He still starts on the bench. Withers, who's filling in for Dylan Windler, comes into the starting lineup. They must be really happy with the Doolittle coming off the bench. Yeah,
I think they know what they get when they can go to their bench, and they've got guys like Keanu Pinder and Doolittle who can come in, give that scoring punch. He's a lockdown defender, so a big call to say as a replacement import, you're going to go straight into starting 5, but he is a quality player, and he's been in this position many a times. That is Todd Withers.
So 2-zip is the score at the moment. over with it. Looking inside. No, wasn't looking his way. So another turnover for United. Wants to feed Withers. He attacks the rim. He couldn't make the play. And here's Jack White with a little bit of speed. Right down the lane he goes. 2 points.
That's what Jack White does. He rebounds and he pushes it down the other way. With the matchup that he has, I'd be looking for him to go out that all night.
Good speed from the big man. As Bryce feeds it inside to Aquera. He's a little firm on the shots. And there'll be a foul there on Withers. So no score.
No bucket, 33. Hit. Please, sideline, please.
So once again, nice and noisy inside RSC Arena. 2 plays 2. A couple of minutes gone in this first term. And Shaili with ball in hand, always composed and scoring as well. Good start for him. Season averaging at 11.3 points per game, 5 assists as well, and a defensive demon. Now Munza with the hook shot, added over 2 for him.
It's a pretty move, that one. The spin hook turned into a bit of a trademark for him so far.
He's under a little bit of pressure. White from outside, swish it goes. 7-4, Melbourne United's finding a little form early in this game.
Credit Dellavedova with that one. He got deep into the keyway, forced some help, and it opened up for Jack White, who drains it.
Manza from the top of the key. That one won't go. And they're moving the ball up and down the court, United. This is obviously part of their game plan. Get it in the front court as quick as possible, put Perth's defence under pressure. Golding, plenty of time. That one doesn't go. Too much time for the champ.
I don't remember a time he's been that open in the last 5 games, to be honest. Oh.
There's a foul there on Bryce.
That's 2 on Rob Lowe.
Called for that one. Changes coming for Perth.
What a luxury it is to have your 5-man in foul trouble and then to sub in a player like Marcus Lee. That is crazy.
Yeah, a couple of fouls for Rob Lowe now. $7-4 the score. Delhi up against Henschel. Shaili, no surprise. Tracking Bryce Cotton in game 250. Pinned up, straight into the action. Just ran into the big man of Lee. Swatted away and he'll take the rebounds. Good start for him. Hand off to Golding. Settles again. Can't make it go. Here's White. Went for the alley and he got a little high, pulling down the ring.
A little bit too much sauce in that class.
A little bit.
We all kind of leaned back in our seats hoping that that one would come to fruition.
So then Clark makes his presence on the court. It was Harlem Globetrotters the last time United were here. Not only did they put the Wildcats to the sword, but there were 4 or 5 alley-oop dunks during that game. Lee was part of that, and that's a little short for Withers. He taps it out of the hand of Golding, but it'll still be a United ball.
We spoke about the luxury of Melbourne United being able to bring Lee in when he got Rob Lowe in foul trouble. But
yeah.
What about this guy that's about to pass the ball? And he was absolutely brilliant the last time these two teams met. Ian Clark has been a star wherever he's played, an important role player for Melbourne, but at times can be the best player on the floor.
As we saw on the graphic, averaging just the 4 points a game in January. It was mid-teens last month as the basket will go in. So some more points going Melbourne's way. They'll be liking this start, and it's putting pressure on the home team. Fans are a little silent. Here's Cotton. He's been stopped. Doolittle tempted to shoot. Decides to back in against Delhi. The little man's up to the challenge. Withers in the corner. Swishes away. 3 points.
To be be fair, I wouldn't exactly call Daly a little man.
Well,
no one really moved in that contest just then.
Yes. A little nugget, maybe. He's a gold nugget as well. Cotton reaching in, Golding working his way round. That was magnificent.
The gravity that Goulding pulls as he comes off that ghost screen, you're not sure whether you're going to switch or stay, and if you're going to overhelp like that, he gets that lane to the basket because of the gravity he has on the three-point line.
And just what he needed as well. Missed the first couple of shots, so decides to take it to the rack and give himself a little bit of confidence. Not that he'll lack it throughout the game. He'll keep on shooting.
I'd hope not.
And Doolittle doing what he does best, getting to his spots, being patient, just using that size and strength to shoot over the opposition.
Are we surprised Jesse Wagstaff came on the court before Christian Doolittle? Was that a look at the Amy replay?
I know the camera wasn't on us, but you stood up and looked at the bench because you actually thought something was
Doolittle
wrong.
must have been missing, or he'd been crook, or he...
And it's nothing to do with Wagstaff, it's the fact that the guy that was best on floor last weekend.
It's quite surprising.
Yeah.
Obviously a matchup thing. White did have a productive start, so maybe Wagstaff's the man just to try and cool these Jets a touch.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say is I can see Wags being subbed in to be, you know, maybe wear a couple of the fouls to keep the intensity high. So sub him in first to wear any sort of possible intensity there.
12-9 that score. Right to the line. This is the second.
The reality is they do play different positions as well, so
Yeah.
Doolittle's going to guard your best perimeter player most of the game.
Here's Cotton again. Look inside to Wagstaff. That combo usually works pretty well. Marcus Lee with another block. Hinder, though, will finish it off. Marcus Lee, what a presence at the moment.
Yeah. His presence is being felt at both ends. He's subbed on and changed the pace of the game immediately.
Withers with a bit of a lock of the arms. Cole Bowen into the game as well. So they're ringing the changes. Withers has a rest for the Wildcats. Pepper on. And Delhi goes to the line.
Still surprises me every time, Damo, I see your big head up there behind the free throw shooters. They're using it to put them off.
Yeah, it's not pretty. That is not pretty.
It's a face for radio, not TV. Delhi is on target. 14-11 that score, 4 to go in this first term. Two teams average about 25, 26 points in the first quarters this season. The defense has been a little more intense than they probably were expecting or hoping for, at least. There's Doolittle stops, props, and drops a little two from the corner.
It's a great shot by Doolittle, but that was really good defense. You talked about the intensity, but this is finals intensity at the defensive end that Melbourne United have brought to town.
Here's Delhi again, working his way inside. Hinder gets some revenge.
That was a volleyball spike. That was a volleyball spike.
3 or 4 blocks already in this game. The big man having a presence. He was keen to dish it off, wasn't he? Just Lee wasn't able to get in the right position.
Warning bench, Dino.
So warning for the United bench. Vaughan Mabry all over that one.
Here we go.
14-13. It's tight and tough. Price with the steal. Pepper will grab hold of it. Up against Lee again, and he does it again! The lethal man under the hoop has swatted 3 away.
Block party, holy!
Damn, that was good.
Blocked him, and it came off Pepper, so he's got the ball back for his team. He's doing it all.
He is smiling at the moment.
He started behind the ball, behind the play too, and just saw it in there. Look at that timing. Unreal.
The Amy replay all over that one as Golding shoots away. Firm. Illy to Golding again. Not shy. That time it goes down.
Unreal. He wasn't going to stay missing threes for that long. It was only a matter of time.
Here's Pinder, keen to shoot for three. His shot from outside has improved this year. Oh, nearly got through. Good pressure coming from Bryce. Just got there to slow him down a touch. And Clark under pressure, but I think he likes a little bit of pressure. That was a nice little floater. And across court as well.
From the back.
John really keen to have a look at it, but the ref's all over it. He's in the back court and he jumped through.
That's the pressure I was talking about pre-game. Is United have an amazing ability to speed up other teams because of the pressure that they have. Sometimes that's even perceived pressure too because of what they've done in the past. So teams seem to make small mistakes that they wouldn't usually.
They're up to the challenge at the moment. You expected it as well. No matter what form Melbourne would have been coming into this game with, it was up and down. It's been a roller coaster last 3 or 4 games, but they come here with confidence and they're loving every moment as there is an offensive foul called on Keanu Pinder.
Marcus Lee, I am loving this. I'm loving what I'm watching from him. He's been incredible since subbing into this game. He's turned the tempo around. He's winning the possession time and time again for his teammates at the defensive end.
Just want to look at the difference here. He's able to dribble the ball up all the way down the floor without getting met, and they can just get into their offense. It's night and day in terms of pressure at this point.
Here's Clark again. Lee trying to go with the one hand. Probably being held with the other one. Here's Cotton yet to score. Harris to Doolittle. Top of the key. Smooth stroke. And that one goes down. So Christian Doolittle doesn't mind coming off the bench. He's got 7 points to his name. Game high leader at the moment. As Pepper steals it. Cotton maybe. A little chance for him to get on the scoreboard. He gets the 2 and he's fouled as well. The Amy replay with the Doolittle 3. And plenty of changes. Marcus Lee will sit down and have a bit of a rest. So too Clark and Kyle Bowen, who just drew the foul.
Interesting choice to bring Rob Lowe back in the game when he has 2 personal fouls.
Yeah.
This early on too.
Marcus Lee needs a bit of a breather. He's been
Now, come
everywhere.
on. He doesn't need a breather. He's been a man on fire so far. Keep it rolling.
He's got him down for a touch.
Up there.
There's his third.
And there's his
It's
third
almost
foul.
like I called it. That's
Well, this will
crazy.
be interesting now. He's on the 3 in Rob Lowe and Marcus Lee. You've had 5 seconds, mate. Back on you go.
I should have leaned over and told Dean.
Yeah, just
Should
don't
have
worry
said,
about it.
don't do it, mate. He'll get his third.
That's disappointing for Rob Lowe. Need that tall timber. It's a good mismatch for the Wildcats when both of those boys are up and about. And Lowe and Lee I'm talking about. It's Doolittle. He's feeling very confident right now. 1-point ball game, closing in quarter time. Jack White, strong. And Krebs as well. Illy. A little bit of body contact there, but no, foul. Bryce's pass. Just a little bit of a fumble for Pepper. Plenty of time now on the clock. Doolittle liking his match up against Illy. Passes it out wide to Pinder. Now to Cotton. And a timely baskets with 20-odd seconds remaining before quarter time.
That was pretty basketball. Doolittle drew a lot of attention, kicked it out, extra pass to the 3. Exactly like what they would want it to be.
Down by 2 now. Krebs looks inside. Now to Ellie. 5 now remaining. Krebs again shooting away. That one just couldn't go. The Cats with the better finish to that term. We're up and about here in Perth. These 2 teams have a great rivalry. And it's just a 2-point ball game. 23 plays 21. Welcome back to Perth, and it was a block party in the first quarter. Marcus Lee on fire. He was swatting away every shot from the Perth Wildcats. Look at him go there, big jump into the air. He did that on 3 or 4 occasions. And he was a dominant player, but it's the Cats leading 23-21. Damien Martin, you're blown away by the speed of the game in that first term.
Well, no timeouts used. No teams were getting sent to the free throw line. I think we only saw a couple of freebies, but it wasn't through too many fouls committed. Only 4 apiece when it came to the foul count, but it was fast pace, incredible speed from both teams. But one thing that was noticeable, and the reason why the Wildcats have only led for a minute 13 but got the lead at the end of the quarter, turnovers. Melbourne United committed 7 turnovers in the first quarter. That is the reason, that and the way Christian Doolittle is playing, the reasons why the Wildcats have the lead, despite, in my opinion, Melbourne having been the better team for the majority of that first quarter.
Doolittle with the game high 9 points. Good even spread as Hawks will score the 2 there on that occasion. Good even spread for Melbourne United. It's Jack White who has the 6, and then there's 5 for Golding. So we level things up. Here's Pinder. He'll score the 2. Little knock to the head as well. And that foul called as well. So Marcus Lee will get that one.
I think we're going to see the amount of blocked shots kind of slow down a little bit, especially now that Marcus Lee has got his first personal foul. He needs to be careful there because you can't sub on Robbo with the foul trouble.
So Robbo has the 3 as well. So as you say, yep, he's got to be a little careful. But also there's a lot of intimidation, isn't there? I mean, that Pinder drive to the basket and the shot wasn't as convincing because he knew Lee was hovering.
See Perth here in a 3-2 zone just to try and get Melbourne out of their rhythm. Didn't quite work that time. Shea Illy with the jumper. Nothing but net.
But all the answers at the moment, 26-25. Melbourne United trail by the 1. Here's Doolittle running into a little bit of trouble. And throws it down. And down the other end, quick response. Krebs with the 2.
Wasted no time. That was unreal. Holy. You ever dunk like that in your day, Damo?
No.
He did. One through the key. One through the key. You did. There's a turnover for the Cats. Illy. That one will go for 2. Yep. It was just a little late from Keanu Pinder. So the Amy replay is Doolittle running into a little bit of trouble, and then Pinder just said, I'll help you out. There was no blocking there from Marcus Lee. He had no chance.
I think he attempted to, but the attempt was denied.
So Melbourne lead it by 1 again. Golding's having a bit of a rest. Ellie also sitting down at the moment. So much punch from the benches. Lee on that occasion wasn't really committed to trying to block that one.
Yeah.
Doolittle, he's into double figures with 11. Hey, Illy with a lot of body contact on that occasion from Cotton. Pepper. Now Doolittle looks inside. Pinder will try and swat it to his team's advantage. Illy on hands and knees. Clark missed the lay-in. Cotton. Another Henshaw, good defence from Jack White. Got to the baseline. Pass over the top to Pinder. Step back and tries to go for the 3. Running by Tanner Krebs. He keeps it in plays. It's still a Wildcats ball or a United one. This is sloppy stuff, but in the end, the blue team come up with it. And Clark could really make him pay. He just can't land the bomb on that occasion. And Pepper decides not to wait for any rebounders. He just shoots away.
Such high-octane basketball at the moment. You're seeing such quick shots taken.
Was that a good option, though? Would you have waited?
I don't know. I would have shot it personally.
You would have, okay. Well, that's all right.
Whether or not that's the
it.
right option,
Yes.
I think it's a whole different thing entirely.
Keeping it into play was Marcus Lee. still be a United ball, much to the angst of the Red Army. That one doesn't go. Lee over the top, drags Doolittle to the ground. There's lots of energy in the building right now. And we're going to have a timeout just to think about it.
Wow, crazy stuff happening out here in RAC.
They all jumped up and they yelled, so...
You saw after that play just then, Delhi come and almost grab Marcus Lee off the court, not wanting him to get another foul.
That's correct.
I was upset because they put the shot clock to 24.
I think he was lucky to as well.
So it was all about the cross court. What did we make of that? I mean, there was lots of yelling and screaming and crowds in the background.
Well, I just heard at the back end of that conversation with John really and the referees, he was more upset that they put it back to 24 seconds on the shot clock.
Right.
So let's see if we do believe if it was an over and back or across court.
This is the Army replay.
Well, this is the out of bounds at the end.
Later on after that passage, yep. Anyway, it's 30-29 and there's a fair bit of energy in the house, which we like. Here it is again as Lee swatted it.
Lee wasn't happy with the way he was getting boxed out, but
No.
after watching the replay, I think it was okay. Warnings given to the Perth bench. We've seen both benches give them warnings from the referees now. The emotions boiling over to the players who aren't even out there on the floor right now. But we spoke about the speed of the game and how fast that first quarter was. Well, nothing's changed in the second. We're finally seeing a time out during this game.
So Rob Lowe, the only concern for United with the 3 fouls. The scoring so far is Doolittle on 11 and Keanu Pinder on 7. They're the leaders for the Perth Wildcats, and for Melbourne United, Jack White with the 6. He was a bright starter. And then Shea Ely also with 6. He's been terrific to start this game. He's been all over Bryce and doing the job at the other end, the offensive end as well. Wagstaff, the handoff to Henschel. Wagstaff, top of the key. Drives it from there.
Good recognition there from Benny Henschel, noticing that he's dragged in Wagstaff's player, turning out for an open shot at the top of the key.
Here's Lee again, working hard against Almanza. So who can handle the pressure and the angst in the crowd as Henschel receives it from around the back of Wagstaff. He does his rebounding Wags through the legs as well to Bryce. And it'll still be a Wildcats ball.
Highlight reel after highlight reel. Wagstaff wanted that.
33-29 the score.
I can't wait to see the school drop off in a couple of weeks' time and ask him about that last 30 seconds.
Behind the back and through the leg pass in the same play.
The pass underneath is good, but the shot not so good from Cotton. Wasn't really expecting it, I don't think. Rushed it, fell a bit over. Edges his way in, nice work. Just a little elbow off. Little Manza off his defensive game.
He's so good at that.
Off the glass.
He's so good at that going downhill, like just moving players out of the way and creating space for a nice layup.
The response down the other end from the big man. Delhi again. In Cameron feeds it inside to the big beast. And Lee, good pass. Cameron will draw the foul. He really wanted the travel, but
He's allowed to gather step. Red 24. Push, 2.
no one was foul on Wagstaff. So Flynn Cameron, who's another one's just dropped away a touch. He had a really good start to his season.
What I really liked about that play there from United is Chris Goulding is being the one setting screens, which means his player can't help off because of what he pulls offensively and possibly getting a second open for a three-point shot. Flynn Cameron just has a nice little curl, recognizing that there's no help defender.
And it speaks to who Chris Goulding is. Typically, if you've got a guard setting a screen on a guard, it's just an easy one. We're just going to switch this. But usually when you've got someone like a Chris Goulding that you're matching up on, you make it clear pre-game, hey, we're not switching anything when it comes to Goulds.
Delhi now having a crack at Cotton. Really resting. Doolittle against Golding. He's got it in his eyes at the moment, Christian Doolittle. That one rattled around. Didn't finish. 35-32 the score. Cole Bowen. Some fancy passing. And Cameron did a little bit of a fadeaway that doesn't go. White will help him out. Now to Golding. He gets the two come at him. Bowen was free. Pass inside to White. He'll score the two and get the foul. That was good patience, wasn't it, from United?
Great basketball all around.
Cameron's aggression too was really good. He set the tone early. And as I said, he sort of has dropped away a touch. His minutes have dropped away more than his impact on the court. He just hasn't been able to get on the court after averaging about 15 minutes a game. He's down to about 6 in this January period.
At no stage it looked like Melbourne United were rattled by the extra physicality the Wildcats presented on that possession. They just kept playing through their system, kept playing through the hands, and now getting a good look for Jack White.
What I liked about that too is there was a few contested jump shots that they could have taken. And instead of settling for a contested jump shot, they worked the ball around knowing, hey, if we keep moving it, we're going to get an open shot.
Indiscretion from Flynn Cameron on that foul shot, so it'll be a Wildcats ball. 1 point the margin. Doolittle. Oh, Bowen tracking him. Just a little bit of reaching in there. So the fouls are starting to chalk up a touch. A couple of fouls there for the young West Aussie, who's now playing for United. Championship player with the Wildcats, Cole Bowen, wasn't he?
Championship player. Now let's see if he's going to win an acting award, if he's told the truth to his coach. They've backed him in here. We're going to review this one.
All right.
Also, did you see, as soon as all the other players realised, everyone started tying their shoelaces just to buy themselves some time?
Tangerine timeout. Let's check in on Bryce Cotton. He's playing game 250. All right, we'll go to Bryce in just a moment because we'll wait for the coach's challenge.
What do you reckon?
Hear from Bryce, though. He's got plenty to say about game 250. So 35-34 is the score. And we await. What are we thinking?
Oh, I need to see a replay. If Kyle Bowen, KB's, the reaction he gave is anything to go by, I'm going to say that he can touch any hand and it is clean.
All right. Here we go then, Damo.
Oh.
It looks okay there, but we need it a little closer, don't we, from the baseline maybe. We all watch.
Oh, I can't. Surely not.
Oh, I'm looking at Vaughan. He's smiling at me. I got no idea, Vaughan.
I reckon he might win this challenge.
Yeah. I think that'll be successful.
As you said, he was very confident when he came off the court. He was on the 2 fouls, so he would have been frustrated.
Even the follow-through on Doolittle doesn't look like it gets pushed into any type of other angle or direction.
I have a question. Is the hand a part of the ball? I don't actually know that. Is it?
It's a question for Scotty Butler.
We'll ask Scotty as well.
Where are you on this one, Locke? We're watching the same replays?
I think he might get off. Like it'll be a successful challenge. I just think he misses him.
Yeah.
Nope.
So 35-34, we await the result, and it was unsuccessful. Why'd you ask me?
I'm shocked. I'm actually shocked. I was fully in. I was like, yeah, it's getting overturned.
All right, let's check in on Scott Butler. Scotty, please explain.
Good evening, everybody. Funnily enough, difficult angle to get really good vision on it, even though it's so close to the basket. Based on camera 8, it just shows a tap on the wrist towards the end of the shot. That's the foul by Bowen, and that foul will stand.
And Scotty, is a hand part of the ball? Anneli wants to know.
No, it's not actually. Funnily enough, in the off-season, we had that situation. We had that checked, and so if you do actually get hit on the hand during the active shooting, that will be called a foul.
Right, beautiful.
Where did I get that from? That's the next question. When did I make that up?
36-34
for a while.
Here's Marcus Lee. What the United got in response? There's Delhi. And rattled around, didn't go. No basket.
No bucket. 33.
So 3 fouls for
Block.
Rob Lowe and
Good
2
shot.
now
Good
for
job,
Bowen
Christy.
because he was unsuccessful in that challenge. And in terms of fouls for the Perth Wildcats, Withers has 3.
That's a smart take there from Delhi, knowing that his defender has 2 fouls to try and draw another one out of him. Smart play.
So Withers sits down now, gets the chance to play with Dylan Windler's injury, an eye injury, hoping just the one game for Dylan Windler, but I don't know whether you saw it on Insta or on social media. It was the end result was pretty nasty.
Yeah, at the time, to be honest, I've got to apologise. We didn't think much of it. I didn't think anything of it. He started that game really well as a super important piece of the puzzle. His first Wildcats out. You're right. I hope it's just the one game because it did not look pretty. That had to have been sore.
Look at this man go, Marcus Lee. It's his first points of the game, but he's had so much influence around the basket with his block shots and his defence. Bryce trailed by Dilly. Doolittle with a body contact with Dellavedova. Jump shot Phillips. He plays at his own pace.
Yeah.
Christian Doolittle. He almost does what he wants. And once again, United quick down the other end of the court to try and catch Perth out. And Jack White gets the 2 and another foul.
I'd say that all comes off the pace of Delhi and the way he's pushing it down the floor. It means defense isn't able to get set yet. He gets 2 feet in the paint. It was a bit of an unconventional pass to hoping that someone was streaming down the middle. Jack White, right place, right time.
An incredible play by Dellavedova. Absolutely incredible. Make or miss, you're right. They're just pushing the ball. They just want to make sure that they play with high speed and see if the Wildcats can keep up.
He's up to 11 points now, Jack White. The 4-man, mate. The 4-man, most important player on the court to win a championship. I'm telling you, the 4-man.
I'm not saying they're not. I just haven't given it much thought. Is there a reason
Well, if you look over the years of the teams that win, you know, McVeigh, the 4-man.
Oh, yeah, I agree. Coming from a fellow 4-man.
Price Cott. Well, yeah, it's not quite a 4-man.
You get a good 4-man in your team, Dano.
Kevin Lish, not quite
And you're a team.
Ricky Grace,
Hey, listen.
Andrew Gaze, not
Listen, look, I'm agreeing with you. Tell me more about how great the 4-man is.
This is how the 4-man's going. He's got another 2! Take that, Camo! Take that! Jack White with a 2. He's up to 13 points, and he's nailing the Caps right now. Look at that strong work from the 4-man. As we get a Tangerine timeout, I'll settle down and let's listen to Bryce Cotton about game 250.
When you signed that short-term contract with the Wildcats, did you think you'd be here all these years later? Multiple MVP winner, multiple championships, led the league in scoring every single season that you've had a full season under your belt. How does it feel?
Yeah, it feels good, honestly, but no, I never thought I'd be here this long. Might have popped back out for a visit, but never thought that this would be my life, but, you know, here it is.
It's only 250. I think there's another quality 250 to come, but has there been a standout amongst all those games so far?
Nah, there's too many, probably too many to count, and it's all been happening so fast, but it's been a joy. It's been a joy experiencing it, playing alongside a lot of great teammates like yourself, so I'll let you know what stood out the most when I retire.
Is this the best form you've ever been in throughout the course of your career in the NBL?
I'd probably say so, and I've kind of said that the last 3 or 4 years, so it just means I keep getting better, so hopefully I give you the same answer next year too.
Game 250 for Bryce Cotton. He's got the 5 points in his milestone game. We're just waiting for him to explode at some stage. 13 for Jack White, 7 for Dellavedova, who's been absolutely terrific. He's got the 3 assists as well. And 14 Doolittle is the game high at the moment.
Do you have a personal connection to the number 4, or did you just get really emotional about 4-men?
No, I just think the 4-men are crucial. I know you've got great players at the point and that too, but over the years, the 4-men have been crucial, and Froling showing it for Illawarra right now. I mean, he's a superb player.
No, you're spot on. It's a very important position on the floor, very influential, and can be the reason why you do or don't win games or do or don't win championships. Just love giving you a hard time, Locke.
Edgel, step back, doesn't go. Dellavedova will pick up the crumbs. Nearly ran into a little bit of trouble. Golding, round the screen he goes. Oh, and no score. So the basket landed.
1 second.
We're going to have a chat about it. It was wiped away.
So, call on the floor.
The ball has not left his hands when your whistle goes, so it's no score.
No score.
No score.
14. Legal.
So there you go. Still 43-38, so Illawarra up charging towards half-time with the advantage. Doolittle against Delhi. Jump shot, a little firm. Rebound okay for the Uniteds.
I think he's the most aggressive I've ever seen Christian Doolittle play whilst being a Perth Wildcat. Every time he's got ball in hand, he's backed himself in to be able to make a play and put points on the board.
So the Cats made a bit of a run in the first term to take the lead into the quarter-time break. Ryan Harris has a couple of goes at it, but he couldn't finish it. At the other end, though, United could extend this lead and make it really ugly at half-time. Wanting the handoff was Golding to Illy. Works his way into the paints and runs into a little bit of trouble. Jesse was standing still and took it right on the chest.
Speaking of great format, there's one for you, Jesse Wagstaff.
Rock solid. So under a minute to go. Low-scoring affair as we fight it out. Top two up for grabs for these two teams at the end of the regular season. So valuable too, the home court advantage. Henschel, top of the key. They're going to their main man at the moment. Lee, though, has him covered as Doolittle. Well, the hand in the face didn't worry him. He slotted in another two. He's into 16 points now.
And if it wasn't for Doolittle, this could be a much bigger margin for Melbourne United. Defensively, they've been great. They've been pushing the ball. Only the 43 points, but they're making it tough every single time down the floor.
Space for Chris Golding, and he loved it on that occasion. Big swisher. 46-40 the score. United's second term, really impressive. Henschel maybe with a response. Sees the gap. Wagstaff, corner. Corner, three goods. Right on the buzzer.
Great play by Benny Henschel. A little hesitation at the top of the key. Gets past his man, draws the defender, and then the savvy vet in the corner. Wagstaff does the red going into half-time. Bring that margin back to 3.
Yep, here it is again. The Amy replay. Henschel did really well. Found the gap. And Jesse timed it to perfection. 46-43 is the score here at half-time. As I said, United's second term, impressive. So much, this building is just alive, isn't it? There's not a lot of love for Melbourne United from Wildcat fans, and I'm sure it goes back the other way as well. Especially when you know that this team has won 9 of the last 10 games at RSC Arena. They would have come with some extra voice to yell and scream as we wait for Jack White to stroll over and have a bit of a chat to Annalie Marley. It's 46-43. Jack White's been absolutely superb. He's got the 14 points. He's also hauled in several rebounds. He's with Annalie.
Whitey, it's an intense environment down here right now. What does it feel like to be playing out here on the court?
I mean, it's fun. I mean, frustrating. You know, I think we're doing a good job on Bryce, but like some of the other guys, we just need to step up and do a better job of. Like, obviously, everyone's capable. They're a talented team, but we've got to be more on point with our rotations. We've got to have each other's back. Shilly's doing an unbelievable job. Dowley, Flynn. But we just got to have each other's back. It's like pretty good result to keep them to 43, but like we're leaving some points on the table and we're giving them some cheap ones as well.
So going into the second half, what do you think is going to be talked about in the locker room?
Just doubling down. Like, we've got to have each other's back. Our communication's got to be at a high level from transition down into the half court. We've got to keep attacking the paint, giving each other space, get great shots. Don't give them any easy ones. Don't let them go on any runs. Obviously a tough place to be. Like, we've got to keep the crowd out of the game, but it's going to be challenging. It's going to be fun.
All right, good luck.
Great chat with Jack White. 46-43 the score at half-time. Welcome back. Hope you're enjoying the Hungry Jacks NBL. It's a 3-point lead to Melbourne United. This has been a fast and furious game of basketball, Damien Martin.
Absolutely loving. We've seen a bit of everything from big dunks, big block shots, big defensive possessions, different players stepping up at different times. But the two names we need to be talking about, Christian Doolittle and Jack White, they've both been amazing. But I look at this, the only thing that stands out at halftime when it comes to the statistics, the rebound count. Melbourne United doing a great job coming up with those extra possessions, getting it back, having a second look at the score, and that's why they're up 3 in my opinion.
Well, this man has been absolutely on fire. His name is Jack White. We love to see the big 4-man dominating a game of basketball, Ali Maley, and he's been superb.
He's been awesome, and it's been nice to see him hit a few outside shots, which opens up his running game. He's getting on the ring, he's pushing it from end to end, and that's what he does best.
The Hungry Jacks highlights, Whitey has been absolutely superb. He can hit the shot from outside. He's the almost ultimate 4-man, isn't he? Because then he can work inside. He's not tall, but he's got a bulking frame.
Well, he can do a bit of everything, as we're seeing right now with the highlight reel. But one thing you've got to give him credit for is being able to read the game. He knows where Dellavedova's going to get to. He gets to his own spots. He becomes a great facilitator or receiver of the ball. He's a smart player, and that's why he's been rewarded tonight.
On the Blackboars shot chart, he's got the 14 points, 5 from 5 from the field. So he is going very nicely. On the other end of the court, Christian Doolittle is, playing just as well as he did last week against Adelaide. Hit the set 27 points, and he's already amongst the action in this game.
Yeah, he's been super aggressive. Damo was saying going into halftime, this might be the most aggressive game we've seen him as a Wildcat. He gets to that mid-range game and it's game over. Like, it's just money every single time, and he's a nightmare matchup because you put someone smaller on him and he just posts him up. Someone bigger, he drives by. He's killing it tonight.
Just finding his confidence. I mean, he had last season, he had some really good games, but this season he's taken it to a new level.
Well, he's the type of player that does whatever required by his teammates in order for the team to win. And I think he's probably seen, okay, Dylan Windler, he's out with injury. Keanu Pinder, we haven't seen the best of him for a little while. He's thinking, I need to score, and he's taken upon himself to do so.
On the Blackmore's shot chart as well, he's shooting at a pretty good clip, so we're going all right, aren't we? The fast pace, you would have thought maybe lots of shots misses, but not the case for those two boys in particular.
Yeah, well, we talk about the fast-paced game is being fed by the defense of both teams. I think that Perth's done an awesome job at actually matching that intensity. So it's speeding up on both ends of the floor, and teams are actually coming to the table and making shots and not doing the silly turnovers.
Well, this is an exciting night of basketball, but the NBL is going to be intriguing over the coming days. This one, you might say it's bottom versus top and not much to play for, but Cairns can cause upsets, can't they? They've proven it throughout this season.
In particular, when they're playing at home at the Cairns Convention Centre, they're a great team at home. I think they're going to take care of business. I'm going to predict an upset when you go to two teams on the ladder. I think at home, Taron Armstrong, we're going to see the best of him, and that'll be enough for the Taipans to get the dub.
That'd make an intriguing finish to the season, wouldn't it? Because it'd put Illawarra back with the rest of the pack.
Yeah, in saying that they're going to get the loss, I think they've been the form team of this competition so far. I have them as my minor premiers, but I think tomorrow they might just have a bit of a slip-up.
All right, second half coming your way very, very soon. It's United leading the way by 3. One of the Cats got up their sleeve.
playing against Perth, they're a team that is always on the edge of success. You know, they're a really well-built club, they're a well-built team, so when you go up against an opposition like that, you know, you've got to be at your best or you're going to lose.
Now or never, now! It's now for Chris Garvey! My goodness, this is incredible!
For as long as I've been in the league, it's always been tough games. We definitely bring the best out of each other. We have each other's number, I feel. And it just depends on, I guess, who's hitting a couple more shots, who's going to win the game.
We've seen this movie before. He backs it in, if you don't mind. Another classic. And he gives them a wave goodbye. Warm the plane up, boys. We're heading home to Perth.
We had some game of the years, you know. Definitely the one in Melbourne where we won. Usher hit that step back.
Jordan Usher! A dagger right through the heart of Melbourne United!
It was just so fun. Like, that was one of the best games we played. Like, just the energy, you know. You had Ush going crazy, you had BC going crazy, you had everyone just doing their thing, you know.
And vintage Cotton at the other end.
Yeah, had some hard-fought battles over the years.
They have stolen victory, the Perth Wildcats.
They've got a couple, we've got a couple.
Another overtime classic between Melbourne and Perth.
I can't see that stopping for the foreseeable future.
You betcha. It never disappoints. Melbourne United up against the Perth Wildcats, whether it's here in Perth or over there in Melbourne. It's always a classic, and it's a three-point ball game as we get stuck into the second half here. And at the moment, with this result, it's Perth in fourth position, Melbourne in third. Sydney, of course, have climbed their way into second. An intriguing finish coming our way.
You've got to love the NBL. I know at halftime I predicted potentially Cairns beating Illawarra tomorrow.
Did you regret that when you walked away?
No, I'll stick with it, but
okay.
Illawarra have been incredible all season. Sydney get that win earlier today, and then Melbourne, Perth, what we're seeing right now is quality basketball, deserving of a match-up potentially in the finals.
Mitsubishi Motors ladder keeping us up to date. That is the live ladder, so plenty to play for as we get this third term underway. Got some bad news for Damien Martin coming up in a few moments' time as well. Statistically, it's Jack White against Almanza. The pressure was on him, and just a little leaning in from Almanza. So, Damo, coming to this game, you were fourth all-time on the assist record of the Perth Wildcats, which is a credit to you. Well done, mate. Congratulations. You were equal fourth. You were equal fourth with Bryce Cotton. Okay, so Bryce has already got an assist, so you've dropped down a peg, but Bryce has had 1,064 assists in his career over 250 games. You had 1,063 over 310 games. So just pass it on. Who's the true point guard in this?
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, I kept passing my teammates, I kept missing. Actually, saying that, Bryce could have had about 5 or 6 assists tonight. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to convert at the back end of it when he has been getting double-teamed.
Oh, there come the text. Sean Redditch, yep. Greg Hire.
Just threw every single teammate I have for over a decade under the bus. No, I've always credited Bryce with being the most unselfish scorer I've ever played alongside, and that's why he's been so amazing to play alongside for every single teammate that have been privileged enough to take the floor with him.
He's done a good job on him so far. Yeah. Not unexpected as well, but Doolittle's just not being able to stop at the moment.
I'm not sure what matchup you throw at him at this point if I was Melbourne United to try and slow down the scoring there.
So Lee hasn't. We haven't seen a lot of Rob Lowe. He got into early foul trouble with the three. And that'll go against
43.
Golding. A little push off as he charged towards the keyway. 47-45. Yeah, Rob Lowe had the 3 fouls very early. In fact, in the first quarter he had it. So we've seen a lot of Marcus Lee, and it's been enjoyable viewing. Quera getting starts these days. The pass was to Bryce, but it ended up in the hands of Doolittle. That's how hot he is. Now to the post he goes. Henschel from a long way out. That one won't go. Good rebound from Jack White.
I do want to point out the rebound count coming into halftime. Wildcats with 17, Melbourne with 26. They have been dominant on that front so far tonight.
Well, White almost had 10 to half time. He's creeping his way Up to a really big game as Aquera throws it up high and it drops straight into the nets.
And he's got that in his game. Plenty of space created with that ball handling, the extra movement. And then he wanted to pass it off, but looked at all the space he had and he dropped it. But that is a part of David Aquera's game, is a three-point shot.
Here's Lee up against Aquera. They just spread out, didn't they, and left that keyway open down through the baseline. Marcus Lee up to 6 points. Aquera feeling confidence.
I feel the stadium might have gotten super excited.
That would have blown the roof off, quite literally. Pass inside was the no-look. Came off the knee of Aquera, though, out of the hands of Jack White onto Aquera. So still be United ball. Here's the Amy replay. The pass is a good one. Aquera just set the feet and sent it on its way.
You know who got that assist, Lockie?
Yeah, Bryce.
Yeah.
1 point the ball game. United's working hard on this occasion. Just enough good defence from the Cats to put the shot off. Bryce gets the ball in his hands early in the possession, but Doolittle just thinks he can shoot anything at the moment. That one doesn't go. Hilly to Clark, to White, Golding, catch, shoot. Just doesn't go. A bit of holding on there. John really wanted the foul, but Henschel didn't need it because he was in rhythm.
He's so good in that open court, those rhythm threes. Like, he can pull up and he has range. You don't know if he's about to shoot it at the Hungry Jacks logo or the three-point line.
We mentioned it last week. He has got a really nice stroke, hasn't he? He's Illy off balance. Couldn't make it go, so it's 5 against 3. Henschel back to back. Big bombs from bed 10. The Cats take a 5-point lead, couple of minutes into the third term. Basketball is an amazing game. Things can change so quickly, can't they?
They really can. They really can. Just like the momentum shift comes off the back of some good defensive possessions. I did say at the start of the game it was going to be one with defense. That's where they're going to have to continue to take steps forward.
And that's been the concern for the Perth Wildcats this season. Is their defence any good? They've shown glimpses of getting better. We know what Melbourne can do. They're a good defensive team. They're good at both ends of the court. Defence is their weapon.
Yeah, but credit Perth Wildcats. They've held Melbourne United to 49 points and they're going to have to continue that play at the defensive end if they want to consistently beat teams in the top 4.
So we saw the Mitsubishi Motors ladder, and Perth was sitting, it might have changed now because of the result at this stage, live ladder. They got Cairns, South East Melbourne, Sydney away, which is going to be just a massive clash. They're all big. And then Adelaide at home. We know what Adelaide can do. So what are you thinking about that run home with top 2 up for grabs?
Well, they did all their incredible work on the road recently over December and January when they weren't allowed to have any home games because their home court arena was booked out. And to win 7 out of 8, I believe it was, 6 out of 7 while on the road was amazing. So that's why they're blessed with so many games at home. But this league, like I said earlier, there's no such thing as an easy win. There's no easy nights. And so they've still got to take care of business. It just means they get to sleep in their own bed for the majority of the remaining games.
And winning games like this, I mean, Melbourne's got the upper hand on them so far this season. Does it give you so much more confidence come playoffs if you maybe beat them?
It's huge. I mean, we spoke about the numbers earlier. Between Melbourne and Illawarra, they've had the wood on the Wildcats over the past couple of seasons. Melbourne, whenever they come to Perth, and Illawarra in general.
A foul in there for Aquera. Jack White continues to be the workman of this team. He's got the 15 points. He's going to the line. He's got also the 10 rebounds.
The offensive board there is a killer. If you're Perth, you played great defense for almost the whole shot clock, and then Jack White just outworks everyone else on the court to get that offensive rebound.
Speaking of outworking opposition to get offensive rebounds, got to give you a little pat on the back, Emily Bailey. How many rebounds did you come up with?
Oh, I had 22 on the weekend.
22. 2 rebounds. Perth Lynx record. But not a personal best.
No, about 27 before. Damo's maybe had 27 in his career, so yeah.
I'll just say to the viewers that Annalie actually handed a piece of paper with that question to Damo.
Yeah. I've been waiting for him to ask it this whole game.
22 rebounds. Here's Cotton. Under pressure, just throws it up. That was great pressure from Melbourne. They're all over him at the moment. Cotton only with the 5 points.
Yeah, Bryce thought he felt a foul there, so he just threw it up thinking he was going to get a couple of freebies, but wasn't rewarded by the ref, as we see John really turn to the bench quickly to see if this one is worth challenging.
There's so much pressure on the boys checking out the computer, isn't it? That is the worst job in the world. There's Cotton. He was smothered by Melbourne United. And it's back into the hands of Delhi. And Clark, here we go. 2 points for him. Slides his way through the key.
Some cheeky little Spain action from Melbourne United.
Henschel nearly finished a magnificent move. Golding, pass, Clark. Had to wait for it, but it was okay. Another 2, so great response. Melbourne United back in the lead. Melbourne
United's been doing that all night. As soon as there is a score or a missed basket, they just run it down Perth's throat with no hesitation.
Nuns are out wide. Doolittle was tempted, decided he might just go a little closer, and just the one hand for another 2. Basket for basket at the moment. White from outside. Cats will fight for the rebounds. Doolittle again. Really quick to get onto him. Rob Lowe back onto the court, which is good signs, but he does have that 3 fouls. And Doolittle with the fadeaway from the baseline for another 2.
The patience he has, he just finds his spot time and time again. Doesn't matter who he's guarding. If they're small, I'm going to get into the keyway or thereabouts and shoot over you. If they're big, I'll take you off the dribble.
Good pass from Golding. White gathered it, and he's pumped. He's really pumped, having a massive game. 20 points now for the big man. Guerra, no pressure. And he slots in another 2. 60 plays 58, free-flowing at the moment. Oh, pass inside again, hand off to Lowe. Had plenty of pressure coming his way, and White will finish off his work. Good stat line for him at the moment, isn't it? We're only, 3 to go in the third term. He's got 22 and he's got 12 rebounds. Jack White, chance here for United to steal back the lead. White up against Doolittle, couldn't finish the play, neither could Delhi. Now it's with Cotton. Henschel had 2 come at him. Aquera for 3. Leave it outside the arc is David Aquera.
Absolutely no hesitation there from Aquera.
63-60. Golding works his way through another 2, and he'll get the foul as well. What a game of basketball. Thoroughly enjoying this one. A couple of the lesser knowns, like this man, scoring big threes, and then the champ at the other end tries to tie up the game as he heads to the foul line.
Keep him in. Coach, keep him in. He's just hit 3 big shots.
Jack White also sitting down. He's had a massive game, a massive third quarter as Golding just rattled that one home. So once again, we're all tied up, and he'll sit down as well.
Here we are. It was wet as. Couldn't do anything about it.
Withers to Doolittle. Wagstaff, plenty of experience on the courts. Takes on Bowen, Pinder. Oh, the sidestep and the 2.
With the left, that was pretty.
Breaking ankles.
He said, why is David Aquera going to the bench? It's pretty handy when you got Keanu Pinder coming off it.
Yeah.
Defense stepping up on this occasion. Illy gets his way through. Oh, denied. And a foul, maybe an unsportsmanlike. It'll be a Wildcats ball.
I didn't see. But look at
Here
this.
we go again on the Amy replay.
Nope.
Think about
Doolittle.
unsportsmanlike foul. If he gets tangled,
Nope. Get out of here.
That's it. Yeah.
He's not gonna foul. Let's go.
You have been declined. I didn't see what happened, actually.
I could tell you were focusing on the block and the commentary.
Yeah,
Something
sorry.
happened in the
Something
background.
happened. Yeah, I was just looking at the block.
Anyway, it's a Wildcats ball. No
Anyway,
unsportsmanlike. It's 2 points to margin, 2 remaining in the third. Pass inside, Pinder. Doesn't go, but he will get a couple of shots.
2 shots, guys. 2 shots. Go. 2.
22 points for Christian Doolittle. He's the only one in double figures at the moment for the Perth Wildcats. The closest is Ben Henschel with the 8. Pinder misses that one.
It wasn't like a technically
And that would have got him to double
If
figures.
he's going to call anything, it'd be for no play at the ball, and it wasn't.
And then for Melbourne United, 22 points for Jack White. He's also hauled in the 12 rebounds. Chris Golding with the 11 and 8 for Ian Clark. Good to see him finding a little bit of form. Pinder will get the second. 3 points the margin. United slowing things down on this occasion. They've been speedy throughout. That one came off the foot of Withers. Cameron under pressure and shoots it through the hoop. Ah, that's a good basket.
Good patience. They recognise the Wildcats dropping back into that zone again. Plenty of ball movement east to west, and then Cameron backed himself in and received Bryce Cotton. What a move!
The little maestro weaved his way through for the 2.
this way, that way, this way, that way. I'll choose this one.
Here's Cameron again. He could have shot away. He had a little bit of space then. Hilly. Dellavedova. Minute to 3/4 time. Delhi for 3. Yes, baby!
Holy!
Encouraging signs for both teams. Delhi hitting an important 3. Pinder up against Lee. Defence was good. So once again, United hold the advantage. Everything Perth's thrown at them. They've been there and got out of trouble. Here's Cameron again for 3. That one slides away. Bowen was working hard, nearly grabbed the rebound. And Bryce maybe with the response. He's got 2 to go against. And he'll draw the foul. Bit of experience there from Bryce. Sucked in the youngster.
Yeah, savvy player there by the vet. It's all right for Melbourne United. They had fouls to give.
Here's his weaving magic through the keyway for Bryce Cotton in game 250. Then Delhi responded down the other end.
It's every time, isn't it? Like, it just feels like every time Melbourne or Perth come up with a big play, the opposition did the exact same thing the following possession.
So a change for the Cats. Gary Pinder will rest ahead of 3/4 time. Here's Cotton. 13 on the shot clock, so time for United to score. An offensive foul against Doolittle.
Offense.
Been a fair few of those in this game. Going to work on setting the screens.
Yeah. Shea Illy's doing an incredible job.
Has a couple of fouls to his name.
You got to credit Shea Illy there because he gets in the right position to where he's fighting over the screen and there's really no gap. The offensive player has to move if they want to hit someone. Moving screen.
The foul trouble sits with Rob Lowe at 4. 3 for John Munzer as well. The Wildcats as we close it in. And
Thanks, Shaq. Not behind you, mate.
Sean Mabry's all over it. A foul on
2 fouls.
Bryce.
Go.
And Golding just heads to the line.
Shooter.
1 point the advantage. There'll be time for possibly a late shot for the Perth Wildcats. Golding, you would think, would hit these baskets.
You ever heard of the commentator's curse?
Nah, it's Chris Golding. He doesn't get cursed by anyone.
Way to prove me wrong.
Yeah.
First Scotty Butler.
Yeah.
4.5.
Bloody hell.
Cotton will have 2 come at him, shoots away, and that one doesn't go. It'll be United once again with the advantage. With 1 quarter to play on this occasion, there's 71. The Caddies, 68.
Take your game from the local court to the big time. Step onto an NBL court after the final buzzer. Backing local ballers is just the beginning.
Welcome back to Perth. Melbourne United do not fear the jungle. They've won 9 of 10 coming into this game, and they lead by 3 with a quarter to play. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the NBL at its very best. Wagstaff to Henschel. Trying to find Doolittle in the middle of the key. Illy on the break. So too Jack White. He springs it from one end to the other and rammed it in the hoop. So much energy from the big man.
Oh, my.
He's got that winning feel about him. He's Doolittle to miss short.
He's willing his team to this win, Jack White. You should see where he started that hard run. He did not deserve to find open court and an open dunk.
Just from half court, he absolutely sprinted. Great energy as Dellavedova slots another 3. Look at this team in blue go. 8 points now, their leads. Just like that, less than a minute into the third term. And they've got Perth on the ropes. And the Wildcats just shooting from outside 3. Here goes Delhi again. Through the keyway he goes. Finger roll, no goods. Unlucky. Cotton tried to get to the baseline. Wagstaff puts it on the floor. With the right, it'll roll around. That'll frustrate the locals. As they sit at 8 points, that's the deficit for the home team.
It speaks to the pace that both teams are playing at when they're missing just bunnies like that. They'd be exhausted.
No basket. Right here.
There's another foul for Todd Withers. He'll be in a little bit of trouble now.
That dunk. Look at this. Threads
Here's
the needle.
Replay. So Withers stays in the game. He's got the 4 fouls to his name. That one just missed as well. Desperation, Ellie. That's the sort of stuff that wins you games. He wants to find White. White's hovering from the three-point line. He goes bang. That one a little shorts. That would have been deadly. Doolittle. He's been confident all night to take on the big man that time. He worked his body into the perfect position to finish the point and go to the line with an extra.
As soon as he noticed he had Marcus Lee on his high side, he just kept pushing back, knowing that he was going to get a layup. But he used his body so well and almost baited Lee into swatting at that. And now he's at the line.
So he can trim it to 5. And he does. So he's got 24 points. Level with Jack White also on the 24. Jack's got the 15 rebounds though. Dellavedova. Withers has that matchup. Quick pass inside. There he is again. He's white hot right now.
He's moving so well without the ball.
Doolittle again with the 2. These two boys are just going at it, basket for basket. It's United with the advantage of 5. Clark stopped in his traps. Works inside the key and will just drop in. He measured it superbly, didn't he?
The level of difficulty on that shot is incredible, but going back to this 1-2 punch of Jack White v. Christian Doolittle. Christian Doolittle is currently 12 of 16 from the field, and Jack White 9 of 11. The efficiency of these two players is amazing.
Here's Pinder, settles for a 2, doesn't go, and Henschel reaching over the top to be called for that foul. The other story of the night is Bryce's 250th, and he sits at 7 points at the moment, 4 assists. He's just been blanketed, hasn't he? I mean, Illy's been the main man that's been on him, but Dellavedova's had a little stab at him when Illy has arrests. It's been a great defensive effort.
We're talking about
Melbourne United.
You're talking about the Defensive Player of the Year award winner,
yeah,
and one of the all-time great defenders in Shea Illy.
It's 7 points to margin. United 80, Wildcats 73. Tangerine timeouts as we await to see what John really can write up here. 7 points that margin, 6 to go. United have just had the answers every single time.
Well, I just think if Melbourne can get out to a double-digit lead, they've got enough veterans on that team, enough high inter-league basketball players to keep that type of margin. But if the Wildcats can come out of this timeout, if they can get this margin back to 3 or 4 points with 5 to go, we've still got a ball game on our hands, and it's already been an incredible 34 minutes of basketball.
They probably need some Bryce magic right now, don't they? They just need a little purple patch from him.
Yeah, a little bit of Bryce magic goes a long way, and it inspires everybody else to kind of step up. But the man of the hour, Christian Doolittle, come on, get the ball to that guy.
Yeah, 27 points for Christian Doolittle and 26 points for Jack White. It's been an enthralling contest, the two of them. And at the moment it sits 80-73. United lead it by 7. There it is, 7 points the margin, and there is the Mitsubishi Motors 3-point leaders. Chris Golding, the man on screen with 84. Tyler Harvey's had a brilliant season. Bryce is sitting in 3rd, and just the Cats need Bryce to have his moments. Melbourne United certainly don't need him to have that. Here's Bowen up against Henschel. 2 youngsters. Clark has had the answers as well when he's been on the court. Another 2 for Ian Clark. We talked about him pre-game. He's got the 12 points, Domo.
Up to 12, and in big moments he's come up with the right play. they'll go back to him time and time again because they'll back in his leadership and his ability with the ball to make the right read.
Comes off the hands of the Perth Wildcats, and another tip-in doesn't go. Bowen will set the screen for Clark again, and another floater for Ian Clark.
I want to look at all the clips from Ian Clark's shot because they have been tough floated, contested layups, and he's had incredible touch on every single one of them, moving at speed.
Doolittle off the glass is short. It's now out to 11, Damo, so the danger signs are well and truly up for the Perth Wildcats. This Melbourne United experienced team have come to play looking dangerous. Bit of a fumble, Lowe keeps it in, Clark settles, another three! And I see might have iced the game. We've still got 5.5 to go.
Come on, too early. Stop calling it so early.
Oh!
What are you
Maybe
doing?
not.
Lucky Reed, why would you say that out loud?
Well, hang on, say it again, because it led to a Bryce.
Yeah, true.
10 points the margin, 5 to go, and an offensive foul.
Push to the chest.
There's been a fair few offensive fouls in this game, hasn't there?
Well, such is the intensity with the defenders. They're trying to fight over every single pin-down screen, every single stagger, every single on-ball, and it puts the guy setting the screen in the position of, am I going to see myself on video setting a screen where there's no contact, or just try and make that little bit of an extra movement to try and create a bit of space for the ball handler, and they're getting picked for it tonight.
Here goes Bryce. He's keen to level this margin. Almanza was up high. Couldn't trap it. Shea Illy against Wagstaff. Took on the body. And there's a foul over the top. And Kyle Bowen called for the foul. So 3 fouls for him.
It's over, it's a delay game, both.
Delay game warning as well.
Got one both teams now.
As the ref said, 1 for both teams. 10 points the margin. Under 5 to go now. Doolittle, 27 points. White with 26. The pass is good. The hand's even better underneath the hoop. It'll be a United ball. Came off Almanza. Thrilling contest. Illy was calling the play. Wasn't keen to receive the ball on that occasion. Quick hands from Bryce. Now on the break. Illy tries to chase him down. He'll just miss the 2, but he'll go to the line. So Chris Golding is absolutely furious. Chatting to the coaches. And Illy just did enough to get the foul and stop the 2 from going in. It rattled around. Bryce now to the line. He'll get the first. Back to 8 now. Little over 4 remaining. Perth stepping up the defensive pressure, full court. Got out to double digits, United. So Clark hit a big 3. Got the 13, Pepper against Dellavedova. Going back, Delhi couldn't finish. Now with Price, who's been a lot more aggressive in this quarter. This man's been aggressive the whole game. Lowe's got to be careful because he's on 4 fouls, and Doolittle, he has had just the perfect game of basketball. 29 points now, 6 rebounds and 4 assists. 6 points, mate. Golding floating away, doesn't go.
Big stop, can they convert here? They're on a little run here, the Wildcats. This will bring the house down if he knocks down this 3.
Doolittle. Oh, misses. 6 points still. Delhi inside. Good movement. Low with the 2. Rolls it in off the glass.
Dellavedova.
Yeah, that was great play. And the offensive foul, it's against Doolittle. Rob Lowe stood in his way. took the bump. Block warning for Elijah Pepper as well. So it's all happening at the moment. We might have a little bit of time out. We're going to challenge. We're going to challenge.
Well, it's a big call because Rob Lowe's involved in this one. We know he's got the foul trouble.
He's got the 4 to his name.
Does it change who gets the foul, or does it just reverse the call?
We need the same thing.
You know what I mean?
Well, it's either a foul or not. So either one person's getting called for a foul. Or are you saying, are they going for the review based on who's involved in it?
Yeah.
Well, I think time scoring, the fact that he has 4 fouls, you're definitely going to go for it. We saw before he punished him in the pick and roll. 2 points. If you can get him to the bench, mind you, it doesn't drop off with Lee.
Yeah.
But here we go as we see the Amy review.
Are we looking?
Thoughts. My initial thoughts are that's a block, but I want to see the front on view to see if
The only thing
gets
is
him in the
he
chest.
attacks him here, doesn't he? He steps.
Okay.
Yeah, just...
Is there a fend
Is the
off?
movement forward here from him into the player? Is he forcing the contact, or is he in good position?
I'm
and the movement
so
forward's fine?
glad I'm not a ref.
Successful challenge. I reckon it was just that movement forward towards the player caught him out.
So glad I don't have to make those decisions. My pulse
Scotty
quickens.
Butler, was it that movement just at the last minute?
Yeah, so Rob Lowe doesn't do a bad job here, but he doesn't quite get completely and directly in front of his opponent. And if you look at his body posture, his feet are east and his chest is west, which means he actually isn't quite in front of the offensive player. So we overturn that call and make it a blocking foul.
A blocking foul, and that means he's off the court as well. Scotty is, he's got the 5 fouls. Rob Lowe got in foul trouble early with the 3. Christian Doolittle goes to the line, and it's 8 points the margin.
Sorry, guys.
They go to the line to score the first. And the second. The tension is amazing. 6 points the margin. The Experience United look inside. The backdoor play, superb again. Marcus Lee, take a bow. And Delhi, the pass, fantastic. As Cotton shoots, Pepper with the 2. It's not over, Domo.
Far from it, Mikey. Far from it. It's not over. Big play after big play. They're going to live out of Dellavedova making decisions for Melbourne United at one end, and Bryce Cotton, you're always a chance when he's on the floor. Drew attention, open up an offensive putback.
Illy finishes up in Wagstaff now. He was a little out of control. I'm not sure there was some contact earlier on as well, but we'll have a look on the Amy replay. He just maybe a little bit of contact with Bryce, but Wagstaff grabbed the rebound, and look at Jesse just take his time to get down the court.
Yeah, Melbourne United in the bonus. So Jesse, it is a slow stroll down to the other end, but 2 shots coming up.
Wagstaff to get the first. The second as well. 4 points it is. And a turnover possibly. No, Illy, has he kept it in? No, it's out of course. What a costly mistake.
Everyone was looking at Illy thinking he kept it in bounds.
Yeah.
There's only that you look back.
I'm not sure who's going to lose their plot first. Really or Vickerman? Both on the sidelines. Are at their absolute best. Pepper. Oh. Every good meal needs a little bit of a pepper. And this has been a real good game of basketball. It's now 1 point the margin. 90 plays 87. Shake that pepper. Incredible game. 31 points for Doolittle. Here it is. Amy replay. Elijah Pepper. It was out to 13. Ian Clark hit a big three. You felt like they had all the momentum. This experienced Melbourne United team love playing here in the jungle, and all of a sudden the turnaround has been amazing.
Yeah, I think we were forgetting they're playing against some pretty handy players in the Perth Wildcats. Massive shot there by Pepper. That's 5 straight points for the Wildcat. But I want to go back to that Shea Illy play. I'd love to have a closer look at that one because I don't know if he did too much wrong. I'd love to see where he actually went out of bounds because that resulted in the 3-point. That could have been a 5-point swing because he was due to get an open layup.
So you're not thinking he was out of court? The ref was right behind it, though.
Yeah, I'd have to have another look at it. I am on the complete opposite side.
Yeah, from my angle, it was in.
Yeah, from my angle.
From my angle over here. There was a ref standing.
Here we go. Take a look. It all seems in.
Yeah.
Is his left leg in and his right leg up? Because his right leg is over the sideline, but it's in the air.
Oh, dear.
It's all still good for me.
So he hasn't touched it there. His foot was still in.
Left foot is in, right's in the air.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you might have a point.
Oh, Damo, you've got good eyes. That'll be a talking point. Dellavedova under pressure to the corner. Illy, White, being terrific. Couldn't finish that one.
This game deserves
incredible.
overtime. It deserves overtime. I did not want it to end.
Cotton, Wagstaff, puts it on the floor. Doolittle, Pepper again. Doesn't go. Oh, Marcus Lee. Tower of strength. Illy wants to take on the defenders now. Settles back. Minute 30 to go. Still 1 point. Delhi scores!
Winning. Yeah.
That is brilliant!
Dally
He's run the
magic.
show superbly tonight. Matthew Dellavedova showing all the experience he has. Look at this! The floater superb, and he'll go to the line.
The one thing you can't do in a defensive coverage like that is get rejected. You cannot be the person rejecting the ball screen.
Can make it 4, and does.
Massive fourth quarter by Dellavedova.
Yeah.
I'd say massive whole game. He's been
He's
consistent
got
from the
14
very
points,
beginning.
Delhi, 7 assists. Listen to this crowd. Nearly a turnover from Chris Golding. Look at his face. He couldn't believe it. Nearly sharked it. Gotta love the NBL. Another big sellout for the Perth Wildcats. Massive crowd for Sydney earlier this round. They're on the Storm as well. Top 2 up for grabs. Doolittle keen to take on Marcus Lee. He'll get it off the glass. Quick points are handy points for the Cats. And it's back to 2 again.
What can Delhi orchestrate here? He's got the ball in hand. He's called his player. I dare say Golding will be involved at some stage, and/or Jack White.
Delhi out wide. Golding has time right behind it. That one doesn't go. Wagstaff will be called for the foul. Marcus Lee's presence once again intimidating.
3:24. Here we go. Let's go.
John Riley is going to challenge it. This is one great movie.
I love basketball. I love basketball.
Tangerine timeout. John Riley wants to have a look. Fans remain standing. We're under a minute to go, 2 points, that margin. I'll go through the scorers just to update because I know the next minute's going to be absolutely frantic. Jack White for United. Here we go as we have a look, Damo. You watch. So, Wagstaff called for the holds. He was keen for it to be challenged. We'll have another look.
Angle will be better.
The basket, 2 arms locked.
You say he's pulled him in there with his right hand.
Yeah, he's
unsuccessful.
He's hooking.
So check the scores. Jack White with 26 points. He's also had the 15 rebounds. It's been a massive game. Plus 33 in efficiency too. Dellavedova been superb. 14 points, 7 assists. Golding sits on the 13 points. 16 points for Ian Clark. Little cameo off the bench. And for the Wildcats, they've been led by Christian Doolittle, 33 points. Cotton's creeping his way into decent numbers. He's got the 12 and 10 for Keanu Pinder, but it's pretty much been Doolittle that's kept the Wildcats in the game on the offensive end.
Well, you said it's been like an incredible movie. I'm hoping it's like Lord of the Rings in length. I hope we see overtime, and I'm talking Lord of the Rings trilogy. I do not want this one to end. There's just been a bit of everything.
So the United ball, the inbound through Delhi's hands. Golding into the corner. You can read it. Doesn't go. The tap is good. Once again, Marcus Lee with an impact. Delhi says, leave it to me. Doolittle to guard him. Went the fadeaway. Drops the fadeaway. Mr. Experience comes to play.
Delhi, unreal.
Here's Cotton. Got loose. A little firm. Wagstaff dives on it. Desperate. Came off the hands of Pepper. The United's ball, 29 seconds remaining. So we're just having a quick little review.
The body control here to have the extra bump and then fade away.
We're just reviewing the last
So here's the review. Wagstaff falling over the top of the ball. He tapped it out towards Pepper. And yeah, I don't think there needs to be a review on that occasion. White wasn't really ever near it.
Melbourne clock down at 30.6.
And we're just adjusting the clock as well. Looks like it'll be 30.6, not 29.8. Takes a little bit of time to make sure we get it right. 30.6, 4 points. Here we go. Billy into the front court. And they're reaching in for Ben Henschel.
Grab, bonus.
And they're in the bonus. Was that a smart move?
Well, if they're going to play the foul game, I would have thought they'd try and foul earlier, and anyone but Golding.
Yeah.
You know, you can't pick and choose when the shot clock is winding down or the game clock's winding down.
So Goldie goes to the line.
What?
5 points now, that advantage for Melbourne United. Make that 6. The Cats need something now.
And a quick
pass
something.
was quick and very good. Cotton with the 2. That was good play from Pepper. It was a gutsy pass. It came off. 4 points still. Elijah Pepper tried to foul Delhi. They've got to reach in, and then Delhi is fouled finally. So he's got a chance to go to the line as well.
I'll have a conversation. I've just got caught and like bumping from behind. You get everything that's outside.
He's running past really quickly. They're reaching across.
11 red.
Foul just on Cotton. Here it is again on the Army replay. A little reach in.
It's not impossible here. Can be done.
Can be done.
But with United playing the way that they are.
2 shots.
Christian Doolittle's 33 points has been impressive. It's the most scored by any player that's come off the bench this season. He had 27 last week off the bench as well. Delhi misses the first. Kidney burgers right now.
Gonna need a box out, Perth.
But it is Delhi. He's got plenty of experience.
Yeah.
5 points now.
Has to be a quick
More
shot.
quick points for Perth. Doolittle allowed the shoots. That one doesn't go. Great rebound, Jack White. Fitting that he takes the big board at the crucial stage.
Jack White. He's been unreal.
He has been amazing He's willed his team early in the game. He was helped out by Marcus Lee, who was having a block party. Then Delhi joined him. But it's pretty much been White from start to finish who's had the most impact. White with 26 points. He's had 16 rebounds. Not 22 like Alan Marley, but 16's not bad as Daddy rattles around the foot. Still 5 points.
It's the 4 offensive from Jack White that I'm looking at, as well as the 4 offensive from Marcus Lee. That's an extra 8 possessions in crunch time that they've been able to get their team.
And he makes it 6 points, Chris Golding. Perth streak will be over, and Melbourne will continue to be the kings of the jungle in the West. How unusual does that sound?
Yeah. I did say they like the look of the blue seats.
Yeah.
They like the blue seats. The Red Army can't hide that.
You can never discount Melbourne United. They might go through slumps. They might have a roller coaster rides. But this team has plenty of experience. They've got plenty of guts and so much talent. That was a magnificent win, 99-93, the final result.
Yeah, hats off to Matthew Dellavedova. He was unreal down the stretch. He just, when the ball was in his hands, good things happened. Not just assists, but he was able to draw people, get everyone else open, and then defensively, God, he was up and in on everyone. Like, for me, he was the difference maker in that fourth quarter.
Absolutely brilliant from Melbourne United. Great to see, and it continues to be an intriguing finish to the season. We thought maybe they were dropping away after their recent run. They'd had a couple of losses and a few wins where they weren't convincing, but a win like this against a really good team on their home deck can just change a season, and the timing could be perfect with only a few games remaining before the playoffs start.
It's rejuvenating, and with the players that they have, it was only a matter of time before they picked back up again. It was never going to be a lull that lasted a really long time, and you saw multiple different players in different avenues step up when moments required it. You saw players that don't play a lot hitting big threes when it came to it.
Absolutely. Let's go to Damo. Footlocker player, of course, is Jack White.
Jack White, 26 points, 16 rebounds, a big win in Perth. How does it feel?
Feels good. We knew we obviously had to bounce back after our last game, some disappointment, but we want to finish the season strong, and coming into this sort of environment, RAC Arena fans are always into it. You know that. These guys are playing great recently, so we knew it was going to be a challenging game, a fun game, and glad we came out with a win.
Did it feel like it had finals-like intensity at the defensive end?
Absolutely. I mean, it feels like that every time we play here, honestly. It's just such an incredible environment to play in. The depth that you guys have, the Wildcats, is incredible. Obviously, different guys stepping up at different times. Big milestone game for Bryce, so we knew there was going to be a lot of juice in this one. And obviously, just adding to that, being 4 or 5 games left in the seasons for us and them, it's going to be competitive, and it was exactly that. But no, it was fun out there, man.
We spoke about it during the broadcast, your ability to find the right spots at the right times. Does that come down to chemistry with someone like a Matthew Dellavedova, to knowing your place within the structure of the offense? What is it that just puts you in the right position, or you putting yourself in the right position to end in getting the ball defensively with a rebound or 2 points with ball in hand?
I think a number of factors. I think sometimes I just have good instincts for the ball, especially on the boards, but a lot of the time I find myself in the right spot. My teammates make it incredibly easy for me. Obviously, I'm super lucky to play with guys like Chris and Dally and Shay and Ian, just incredible playmakers in basketball. So just always being ready for it and just ready to make a play. They're always on me to be aggressive. So just trying to be assertive out there on the court. We have a lot of guys that can make other teammates better. So it's just a fun way to play when we play like that.
Shay Early, defensively, how impressive is to play alongside when you look at video the following day and think, wow, what a great job he did at that end.
Incredible. It's incredible. Defensive player of the year guy. No surprises. We see it every day on the court. Him and Dally sort of set the tone for us with the intensity of practice. When you see those guys going at each other the way they do, it just makes you want to be better. And I've said this ever since I came into the league. I've loved being on Shay Early's team. He's not a guy I'd want to play against, that's for sure. And man, he's incredible. He sets a tone for us, and the way he attacks on the other end and sets a table for others. And a hell of a player.
I said at the start, I'll say it at the end. 26 points, 16 rebounds, and the win. Hell of a game, mate.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, and a real humble guy as well. Terrific performance by United. Their winners 99-93.